Alright, what's up everybody? Welcome back. So the other day I was swimming with my brothers and Samantha at my grandparents' house, and eventually we somehow got onto the topic of, high school and college and like careers and stuff like that. Those big what are you gonna do for the rest of your life type conversations. And it was mainly like we were asking my brothers like, oh, what do you want to do? And, what's your plan? College, stuff like that. My one brother is in 9th grade, I think, and going into 10th. And my other brother's in 11th grade. He's going into 11th anyway. I should really know that by heart. But anyway, so we asked him, we're like, what are you kind of planning on doing? My brother Zach, he's got it pretty much figured out, I want to say. He kind of knows what college he wants to go to. He knows what degree he wants. He wants to go for, I believe it's computer electrical engineering. He wants to build computer parts, essentially. He wants to be a computer part engineer, which I think's amazing. It's kind of similar. I did computer networking. So his is kind of the opposite side. I work on networks and stuff like that. He's going to be actually building the hardware for just computers and servers in general, which I'm like, damn, So anyway, he has his degree picked out. I'm pretty sure he knows what school he wants to go to, or at least he has the top 3 that he's going to be applying to, which I'm like, all right, he's got that figured out. He's probably in a better position than I was when I was in 11th grade, when I had no idea even what degree in college I wanted to go to. And then the interesting part of this conversation came up. We asked my other brother, Matt. My other brother, Matt, he's kind of he's a bit more rambunctious and wild, I want to say. But anyway, he's in 9th grade. We're going 10th, I'm not too sure. And we asked him, we're like, oh, what's your plan? What do you want to do? And before now, it was always he wanted to be a veterinarian. That was his goal, his dream. He wanted to work with animals. He always loved animals and stuff like that. And I was like, he wants to be a veterinarian, blah, blah, blah. And then he surprised me when he said that he no longer wanted to do that because he's wanted to do that for forever. And I was like, whoa, damn, this is a pretty big change. Why didn't I know about this by now? And it got me thinking of all the stuff that I kind of wish people would have told me in high school and stuff to prepare for what to do, when you're getting ready to go to college and stuff like that. And I was like, I should make a video on that. I should share some of the stuff that I think people might want to hear, want to know, before taking that plunge, before getting to 12th grade essentially, and just not knowing what you want to do. Because that's a bad feeling when you're sitting in 12th grade in your classes and you got all your friends talking about colleges they want to go to. They've applied to these colleges. Some have even gotten accepted, and they know what degree they want, and they know what they want to do, and you're just like, I haven't done any of this over the past 4 years, and it's already done, and you're like, oh my gosh. So yeah, I guess the first thing I wish people would have told me is it goes faster than you think, which I do think some people kind of hint, they told me, they're like, hey, high school flies by, dude, don't sit around. But no one actually told me, hey, start prepping to get ready for college, because high school does not last long. 4 years is nothing in time. 4 years is that. You're gonna be sitting there in your 9th grade classes, and then the next thing you know, you're gonna be sitting there in your 12th grade classes getting ready to graduate, hopefully. Yeah, really, hopefully. And hopefully you have some colleges lined up, and if not, So yeah, it goes by faster than you will realize, and I think this is what catches a lot of people off guard. A lot of people get into 9th and 10th grade and they're like, oh, I have 2 years to plan for college and stuff, and it sounds like a lot of time, but especially procrastinators, you're gonna just keep putting it off. It's gonna sound like a lot of work. You're gonna be like, nah, I don't want to do it. And it's just, it was my big mistake, I think. In 9th and 10th grade, my biggest mistake was not taking those grades seriously. I mean, I still passed and I did great, but I didn't do what I needed to do to get prepared for 11th and 12th grade and applying for colleges. So I guess the next thing would be to start doing research. Find stuff you're interested in, stuff you want to study, stuff you want to further your education in and learn more about, and start finding degrees that you might want to get in that field, and degrees that will apply to maybe a job you want to do with those. And I think this is important because once you start doing some research, you might actually learn, oh wait, I don't want to do that. That doesn't sound as interesting as my mind made it out to be or how people portray it. And you might also find out, wow, this sounds way more interesting. That's definitely what I want to do. Or maybe I found like 2 off branches I want to do of that instead of the main one. You know, you never know what you're going to find when you do research. That's the point of research, to find out more than you know so you can make a decision. You also, this is a big one. You want to start looking at colleges. The worst thing to do is probably to decide on colleges at the last minute. 12th grade is a bad time to apply for colleges and look for colleges. If you're looking for colleges in 12th grade, you've slacked off a bit, quite a bit. So you wanna like look into colleges and start applying by, I don't know, 11th grade, maybe end of 11th grade. That's when I would do it anyway. That's when I wish I would have done it. I was the biggest procrastinator in school. I put things off to the last minute. I did my senior project like 3 days before it was due. I still got an A on it, but 3 days before it was due. Just to give you an idea here. Research on the college and the degree are a big step. You want to find out what colleges are gonna have your degree, so you can actually study what you want there, and it will help you get like a job in that field and stuff like that, and accomplish it. Maybe they have some offshoot degrees you can get as well on the side. So maybe certifications, whatever you need. You want to do some research into that and what college. And then you want to send out, I would say, at least like 5 to 10 applications to colleges that will take your degree and stuff like that, because you're never, I mean, you might get your first pick. I know a lot of kids in my school got their second pick. They didn't get accepted to their first pick. It was like a rare thing if you got like your first pick, and it was like a big celebratory thing. But it's not about getting that school you want. It's about having options laid out. And this is a big thing I think a lot of people seem to mistake. They always shoot for that Ivy League school, and that's their only school they want to go to. And they get the letter that says they were accepted, and they just are like, I'm golden. That's what I want. It's right there. Meanwhile, maybe they didn't do the research, and this other school is offering the same degree at a cheaper price, and it's better rated or better reviewed and better accepted in positions. So it's just some stuff you want to look into. You want to be able to, accept like 4 or 5 acceptance letters. Maybe some of them did get declined, but you want to have at least 3 options on the table for schools you can pick. That way you can kind of play around and be like, okay, you know what, this school's actually a lot better than that Ivy League school I was looking at, and I got accepted, and it's cheaper, and I'm not going to incur as much debt, and I'm going to get a better degree. I'm going for that one. And it was your second choice. They'll give you a package. They send you like an envelope this thick, with all the information that their school is about, what the tuition, what the degrees have, what the sports are like. Everything is there, And you also have like living on campus, living off campus, stuff like that. It's all gonna be there, and you can make a decision once you get accepted. But anyway, I'm starting to ramble at this point. I hope maybe this video kind of gave you some insight and helped you prepare, maybe a little bit for high school, or like gives you a game plan or something. It's just kind of stuff I wish people would have told me, and so I wouldn't have put it off until 12th grade and then made the decision. I mean, it worked out for me, thankfully, but it's not a good way to go. But anyway, guys, keep being awesome. I have another video hopefully coming up, maybe this weekend. It depends on how I get it recorded and stuff. I gotta talk to some friends. But I will see you guys in the next video, and as always, keep being awesome. Bye!